Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Dan Ashley.
And I'm J.R. Stone. In the wake of the attack in New Orleans, the San Francisco Police Officers Union is asking the department to reinstate its partnership with the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force.
Yeah, the partnership was suspended in 2017 because of pressure from civil liberties advocates.
ABC 7 News reporter Suzanne Fawn is live in the newsroom with a closer look at the concern.
J.R. Dan, the Police Officers Association says it's critical to have someone from SFPD assigned to the Joint Terrorism Task Force. Now, the union president says it's all about safety. She told me, quote, "At the end of the day, what price are you willing to put on safety?"
It's about keeping people safe.
The San Francisco Police Officers Association says it's time for SF Police Department to step up. The POA posted on X, quote, "The SFPD should rejoin the Joint Terrorism Task Force to work with all our law enforcement partners in keeping the people who live, work, and visit San Francisco safe."
We put out the tweet because, what happened in New Orleans, nobody wants to see that happen again.
Lieutenant Tracy McCrae says there will be a lot of eyes on San Francisco because of upcoming events like the JP Morgan Healthcare Conference.
That's going to be really huge. And after what happened in New York with the CEO being killed.
In February, there's the Chinese New Year parade and the NBA All-Star Game.
Security is paramount.
The SFPD pulled out of the Joint Terrorism Task Force in 2017 during the Trump administration. SFPD faced pressure from civil liberties advocates and members of the Muslim community, concerned that the FBI and PD would target undocumented immigrants and Muslim residents. Law enforcement leaders say PD and the FBI share information now, but that more needs to be done.
Even though there is information that is shared with the department, it's different from actually being part of this joint effort, this task force, where we would actually have someone dedicated to being on that task force.
To not have SFPD involved in it as a member of it is ludicrous.
Former FBI agent Rick Smith says SFPD needs to be part of the task force.
To be safe, you need law enforcement to talk together in real time to deal with these things.
Local leaders say what happened in New Orleans is a wake-up call.
We have to double down on our relationships with federal partners, like through the Joint Terrorism Task Force. I'm going to do everything I can as a member of the Board of Supervisors to support that.
A San Francisco Police Department spokesman this afternoon says it's time to rethink their membership in the JTTF. And the decision to reinstate the partnership between SFPD and the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force depends on the Police Commission. Late today, the Police Commission chair told me that the JTTF investigates more than terrorism. She says, quote, "Given the new administration and the various implications and possible consequences, careful consideration and evaluation is needed." Live in the newsroom, Suzanne Fawn, ABC 7 News.